Aloha y'all, welcome back to PetesTreasures. It's been a while since I did a thrifting video, and this footage has been in my drafts for a little while now, so let's shop my favorite store, St. Vincent's. Besides, there are many BOLOs in this video. I picked up that tiki glass for myself just to have around, not worth anything but for 83 cents, I just couldn't resist. And I picked up this wrapping paper since it matches a lot of stationery we have for our business, since PetesTreasures is named after our dog. And oh my gosh, these clothespins were so cheap and we needed some. I also got this crocheted little plush, so cute. It was only 83 cents and I picked it up for our dogs because that's like literally their favorite type of toy. This little rubber squeaky toy giraffe gave me vintage vibes, and since it was only 83 cents, I decided to get it. Plenty have sold, as you can see by this eBay search, so I think we'll list for about $12 and see how we do. Apparently, her name is Sophie the Giraffe, and it's one of those teething toys. So cute. This Hallmark linkable toy town was cool, and I had never seen one like it, but I just wasn't feeling it that day and decided to pass, but it can fetch decent money. I think if it would have had the box, or, if I could sell it in a lot like this, I probably would have snagged it. This Disney Parks Holland girl from It's a Small World was just too cute to pass up. I love how it still had the original tag. It was $2.09 after my discount, so the price was low enough for me to get, but it looks like they sell better in lots, like this one. So I expect to get about $10 when all is said and done. I loved this Forbidden Planet clock so much. The glass was a little bit pushed in at the bottom, so I don't think I'm going to be selling it, but it was only $1.49, so I got it to keep. I think it's a classic sci-fi film. Has anyone seen it? Let me know in the comments. Here I am checking the vase aisle for tiki mugs, and I didn't find a tiki mug, but I found this vintage Treasure Craft little Menehune toothpick holder. I absolutely love it, and I've been wanting it for a while. It was only $1.49, and it goes for about $12 to $15, but I will definitely be keeping. And I've never seen these individual Menehunes, and now I gotta find them. In the same section, I found this ruffled Francoma planter. I loved the color, but I didn't want to pick it up for almost $5. Francoma is collectible, but sometimes it doesn't have the best resale value, and I have many vintage planters since I used to collect them. Let me know if you want to see my planter collection. I also found this 7 Seas little picture souvenir, but decided to pass. These little tchotchkes are a dime a dozen, and I didn't know much about where it came from. This was a really cool make-your-own cat kit by Jacquard. I didn't get it though, but how interesting is that? No sewing needed. I was checking to see what it came with, and it came with paints and things like that. And this was a cute fold-and-go vintage box, and I'm a sucker for vintage things still new in the packaging. For 41 cents I picked it up, and if it doesn't sell well, we can just use it. I love these Halloween ones right here. And it says they're from the 80s, but I think the one I got is from 96. If you've seen our earlier thrift videos, you might recognize this frame we've sold before. In fact, this is an item I scan for every time I'm in the picture frame aisle. This brand is Exposures, and they do a lot of hand-painted picture frames. This one was from 2001, and take a look at some of these Terapeak solds. They have an average of $36, but many sell for way more. This sold quickly for us by someone who bought our last one over a year ago for $51. Not bad for 83 cents. I picked up this quirky little planter for $2.09 after my 40% teacher discount, and realized when I got home I already had one. This one had a little crooked nose, and it's actually for holding your glasses. I decided to give this to my twin brother, and if you haven't followed his YouTube channel, he has really fun thrift hauls, kind of like me. And you should check him out. His channel is Knickknack Twin. Now, this item is one of my favorite items I've ever thrifted. This footage has been in my drafts for a while, but I'm finally showing it. I just thought this was such an interesting gift box, and upon further inspection, I realized it was from Christian Louboutin. Turns out it was last year's makeup advent calendar. Now, unfortunately, it was just the box. However, look how much a complete one goes for. $850. Now, for $4.39, I got it, and this empty box sold for $135. You just never know, y'all. We have found these champagne flutes many times before, but it's always a good profit if you can pick them up for cheap, which these were only 83 cents and they sold roughly for $10 each. I can just spot these a mile away now. I loved this Fortnite burger plush, but the funny thing is, when I got home and showed Matthew my thrift haul, this burger was stolen by Pete and destroyed immediately. At least he had fun, I guess. I actually play Fortnite now, by the way. It's pretty fun, but they don't go for much, but I was gonna put it in my classroom, and it's called the Durr Burger. How cute is it, though? Rest in peace, burger. I always look up vintage trolls when I see them since they're so nostalgic, but most of the time the profit isn't good enough, so I passed. Someone will love this though. And here are some current solds. Put her skirt down. Now this one sold for $20, but it was in new condition. And speaking of nostalgia, I knew right away this is Molly from the Big Comfy Couch, but she did not have her clothes. We used to love this show as a kid. The tag told me it was from 1995, and I know from others that she is a bolo, and even though she was missing her clothes, she still sold for $41. Let's look at some other solds. And I only picked her up for $3, by the way. Look at this, $425 for this set. And here is her with her clothes. It looks like a different style. This one is more like the one I have with the clothes for $85. And this one was missing her dress. These items looked interesting to me, and when I flipped them over, I saw they were vintage IKEA. I used Google Lens to get some keywords to figure out exactly what they were. And y'all, this is the last sold, and there are several listed. Ours have been listed for a while actually, but I still like them. Guess this mug brand, everybody. If you said Wassersbach, you're correct. For 83 cents, I picked it up because I haven't found that one before. I love finding cool things on the go out rack, and I found 2 of these vintage ivy leaf wall pockets. They were just waiting for me to snatch up at $2.09 each. It looks like they came in a few colors, and there's no current solds, but I love them anyways. And I didn't get this ceramic house, but I thought it was neat, and I looked for more information and I couldn't find it. It looked really well made, but it was $3 and I decided to pass. I don't pick up many collectible Coke products because of the oversaturation over the years, but I loved this Christmas glass and how the condensation drops made a tree, so I got it for myself for 83 cents. And I could not pass up this little mushroom napkin holder. Cottagecore is very in right now, and I've always loved mushrooms, except I don't eat mushrooms, so that's kind of weird, but anyways, it looked to me like it was cold painted and interesting. And I knew to pick up this Home Guard Advent decanter because the last one I found surprisingly sold very quickly for $36 plus shipping. Now this one didn't have the stopper, but for $1.49 I put it in the basket. I had to go across the street to my other favorite thrift store, Thrift Giant, and I picked up this large banana plush from Yummy World. It was only $1.99. I love anthropomorphic food like this. I just think it's so cute, and I thought we could look at some other cute ones that are listed. Here's another banana, and here's this tomato. It doesn't go for a lot, but I just think they're cool, and I mean, if you can get them for cheap, like this little carrot is so cute, but it only goes for 99 cents. These fries are adorable. It actually went for 19. My favorite is this pizza one because it has its own little pizza box. And how cute are these Lunchables? Now, I thought about this Slimer remote-controlled car from Ghostbusters, but I just wasn't feeling it for some reason. Very cool, but there were no current solds at the time, and the ones listed are in better condition. Like this one is listed for $60, but it has the box, same as this one for $45. This was a fun Avon ornament, but it sounded awful to me. Let's listen to it. Yeah, that's why I put it back. It just sounded very shrill. But here are some current listings. Decent money, but if I were to keep it, I would have gotten it. I just have a ton of ornaments. I didn't get this either, but I thought it was an interesting craft project. What would you call this? It's almost like homemade, painted on stained glass. How would this be made? Let me know in the comments if you know. But interesting, at least. It had little lights inside. Goodbye, cruel world. I just thought that was funny. $5, man. I always check vintage looking plush, and this little reindeer was from 1979 by the George Good Corporation. I passed on it, but I love it. Let's look at some current listings. This one went for $19.95, but the other one is only listed for half that much, so I just didn't get any good vibes from it that day. And I already have one of these collectible plates, but I picked up another one for my brother because as kids we would put black olives on our fingers like this, and I just think it's so cute. I didn't have this one though, so I had to get it for $1.99. It's just fruit. I just love the art style. And I love the show The Office and saw these party planning committee plates, but when I looked them up, I saw it was missing the cake server, and it's just not worth a lot in general. Very cool to see though. Who else likes The Office? And look, they have a party planning guide I didn't know about. And last but not least, for $6.99, I found this huge vintage Atlantic mold Christmas tree that has holly and mistletoe. There are no chips. This thing is in great condition and very well made. I found some listed online. I love the colors of that one. And this one is listed really high. I don't think we can get that much for it, but I did look on Terapeak and one sold for $100, and there were more listed as well, so we're probably gonna shoot for that. But until then, we're going to enjoy it, and it's gonna match our vintage holiday decor. And I just wanna say thank you so much for watching this video. And check out our other thrift alongs. We have so much information for people who like to thrift or also resell, and we just have enjoyed making all of these videos. I will put a playlist in the description for easy access. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. We truly appreciate the support, and until next time, keep digging for treasure, because you won't find it if you don't look. Bye everybody.